What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 35, coming on the back of our loss to Young Boys, but qualification regardless to the last 16 of the Champions League, or of course being drawn against Borussia Dortmund. Today, lots of stuff to get through, man. Big games in the Serie A, aiming to stay top of the table and undefeated, and we'll end here, I would say, with the Coppa Italia last 32. Don't know who it's going to be against yet, but we'll find out. January window's going to open, not much in the budget, so I don't expect any signings, but let's crack on with our first game. It is Sassuolo away from home. Right now, 16 games in, 3 games away from the halfway stage, 15 wins out of 16, and just a 1 draw with 0 defeats. 12 clear at Atlanta. We're off to a red-hot start, but I'll say it before and I'll say it again. There's a long way to go. Keep your eyes on the prize and focus on the task at hand. And the task at hand here is winning and getting another 3 points. Forza, Udinese. When you're in a situation like this, you know, you've jumped out to a red-hot start, no one has kept pace with you. It is so easy to get distracted and complacent, but as I said earlier, like, you just got to focus on the task at hand, game by game, match by match, and don't allow that complacency to kick in, which is very hard to do, but it's what you have to do to keep your eyes on that prize. And there's a great quote from Matthew McConaughey. It's a wonderful build-up, by the way, and what a wonderful goal it would have been had Pickford not denied Profundi. From Matthew McConaughey, when he's talking about basically, again, the input over the output, and wait for someone else to tell you when you've done your job. You know, as Xhaka gets another in his pursuit of the golden boot, wait for someone else to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you've done it now, you can go home now, you've won, you've achieved that. If you try to, you know, again, block out the end goal and just focus on the current short-term objective, that to me is the best way in order to achieve that goal, by not even thinking about it, just thinking about the task at hand. Xhaka with the opener, 12 minutes in, Udinese in front early. And again, task at hand. See out this game before we move on to the next one. Oh yes, Serie, great hustle. Isak in the middle. Bang, 2-0. Easy money. Easy money. And the big Swede doubles the lead. 19 minutes in, Udinese up by 2. Clearly the strategy of basically waving the white flag against Young Boys in the week because, it's Profundi, it's the post, paid off already, it appears. Like, what would be the point in playing our starters on Wednesday night in Switzerland? Like, we couldn't finish top and we couldn't finish third. We were locked in second, so might as well just rotated the entire side. Yeah, we lost the game. Somewhat disappointing, but it doesn't matter. Didn't change anything whatsoever. Now the starters fit, fresh, raring to go for the next one, and we've been assertive right from the first whistle. Play the situation, not the game. Well, of course you want to win every game, don't get me wrong, but the truth of the matter is some games just have far more importance than others and have far more weight on them as well. A meaningless match day 6 of the Champions League group stage where we couldn't finish any higher or lower than second, or match day 17 of the Serie A where we're still trying to stay double digits clear at the top and remain undefeated. I know which game I would rather add the 3 points in, and that's exactly what we get here. 2-0 win against Sassuolo, and we stay at least 12 clear as well. And it's now 14 clear. But listen, again, we're not even at the halfway stage yet. Keep your feet on the ground and focus on the task at hand. Following game, Christmas Day football. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm an advocate for it, man. I think we should bring it back. Monza at home as we're 2 games away from the halfway stage. Forza, Udinese. Dorley to Isak. Lovely turn. Floats one in to, Profundi. I was waiting for the acrobatic attempt to pop out as Festi's given space to let fly from range. Festi Ebosele with a contender for goal of the season. One of the Udinese OGs who's been here since the save began. 45 long shots, flip it around, and it's still not high enough. Absolute belter from the Irish international. Top corner, crowd reaction says it all. No chance for Milinkovic-Savic. What a goal from our number 2. When I do an RTG, I know that not many of the OGs are going to be with me for the long term. That's just how it goes and the brutal business of football. But there's always a couple that stay with me. We've still got Profundi. Granted, we had that bizarre saga with Freiburg, but let's just pretend that never happened. Xhaka is, of course, the main man. And don't forget John Zamora on the bench as well. But for Festi Ebosele, man, I did say when we arrived here, I did say that I do see this guy being a big piece of this Udinese future on that right-hand side. I didn't know if he'd always stay as our right midfielder, but there's a reason why Sasha Boe, who we signed in the summer, hasn't actually started as many games as Ebosele. And that's because Festi hasn't done a lot wrong. And how many times do I say it, man? Yes, the overall rating is important, but it's not everything. How you feel controlling the players is far more important. And Festi, to me, I prefer him to Sasha, despite being a couple ratings lower. The three OGs, Profundi, Festi, and Xhaka. I don't think anyone else has stayed. I don't think so. Oh, Zamora, of course. Just said it, Zamora. So four players have remained since we signed here. And of course, Zamora is just a squad player. But even so, he's still here. He's still here. We still have... Oh, what a ball inside that is. A lot of love for the English-born Zimbabwean international, but what a fantastic ball that was into the middle, and the clean sheet is gone. Monza back in it. Just over half of the game still remaining. Concentrate. Game's not over. Calafiori to Keita. Lovely spin that. And now Profundi to Georgie. Trying to get away. And roll through Profundi in space to belt in and restore our 2-goal cushion. The biggest dilemma for me over the past few years was, what do we do with these two guys celebrating here that combined for the goal? Who starts, who goes on the bench? Or does one of those players adapt their game and play deeper at CM? I think it's safe to say we made the right call. Simone starting CAM, Gashi dropping deeper to CM, but he's still super impactful as proved with the assist. 3-1, 2-goal cushion restored, and it looks as though we are going to celebrate on Christmas Day. Another 3 points. Yeah, I absolutely love that mindset, man. Like, your position in an organisation is under threat due to competition, be it external or internal. How do you prove you're still worth keeping in that organisation? How do you prove you're still worth staying within that team? You adapt. You learn to adapt. What's that saying? Adapt to survive. And that's exactly what Georgie's done. When he came back from Germany, back in Season 2, he wasn't a defensive player. He couldn't defend. He had no defensive stats. He had no strength. He had no stamina. So what do? We worked on it. As Isak almost got his second assist for Georgie in the second half, we worked on it with the development plans. We said, come and play deeper. We know you're better further forward, but come and play deeper. Work on your energy. Get more stamina. Get more strength. Start to improve the defensive stats, and you'll still have a place in this team long term. What a decision that was. As Meret can't keep out the shot from Marmoush, and it's 3-2. 5 to go. Can we hold on? 2 to go. Come on, don't throw this away. Don't throw this away. Monza looking for an epic comeback here. Away in Udine. And what a gift this would be on Christmas Day for them. Thrown away by Udinese. Fitting right on this, the 25th of December. And it's exactly what's happened. Is that Leif Davis? Monza level in stoppage time, and Udinese have just handed them a gift with a bow tie on it, fitting on this day. What an absolute throwaway in Udine, man. Points slipping through our fingers, and like I said, focus on that task at hand. Yeah, we're so far clear at the top. Yeah, we're still undefeated, and we still are at the full-time whistle, but that is 2 points just dropped and given away. I'm very excited to watch Leif Davis in the Premier League next season for Ipswich Town, man. Heck of a young left-back. He was phenomenal last season in Ipswich Town's promotion-winning year. And, you know, we're still, as Sasha says, he wants more game time, and understandably so. Sign was a crucial first-team player, and he hasn't been yet. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, 1 game away from the halfway stage. Right now, 14 clear. Got a game in hand on Atalanta as well. And Juve is who we face next away in Turin as well. Our main rivals in the same. If they were to win that, that would be our first loss of the season. And they cut the gap to 11 points. But yeah, January is here. But I wouldn't expect any signings, man. Again, 7 million in the budget. And unless one of our players asks to leave and gets put on the transfer list, I think we're probably going to get through the January transfer window without any incomings or outgoings. Got to keep the squad together if we are to stay in the hunt for an undefeated season and a treble. surely one of those things is definitely going to drop off at some point. Right, yeah, following game, Juve away in Turin right now, 14 clear of our main rivals in the save. But again, we've got big beef with these guys, and they would love to be the first team to stop us from winning or drawing all season long and inflict our first loss on us all year long. Big clash here in Turin. Forza Udinese. This is definitely the biggest game domestically for us this season. Psychologically, so much riding on it. You know, a win for Juventus, and they don't just cut the gap at the top of the table, but it's also our first loss all season long. The undefeated season possibility dies in Turin. And not to mention, that would just be 1 point taken for a possible 6 in our last 2 league games and no wins. Signs that Udinese are starting to slip up a little bit, but a win for Udinese. Oh. And we'd reached the halfway stage, still undefeated, still top, re-extending the lead further and showing everyone that we are the best team in Italy, and it's not even a debate. Buffoni's corner whipped in, Szczesny with the claim. The closest I've come to an undefeated league season since the only time I've done it with Atletico Madrid back in FIFA 13 was in my Docks to Glory save last year, and it would have been fitting had I managed to do it in that one. I think we got to around 26, 27 games before we got beaten. I still remember who it was, Aston Villa. I still remember it. That's the closest I've come since then, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it. It's just such a... Oh, great ball! Yes! Such a difficult ask. 38 games without losing? Incredibly tough ask of any team, regardless of talent. But I'd say if we can get to the halfway stage here of Udinese, listen, I wouldn't say we're odds on to do it, but we'll certainly have a chance. Alexander Isak drills it in. Udinese lead 8 minutes after the restart. But again, focus on the task at hand. We're not even technically at the halfway stage yet. Still got to finish this game. Let's come for Udinese with them. And Camavinga read that brilliantly there. Didn't even realise that I wasn't shielding properly, and now gets it back and finishes as well. Hard work brings its own reward. He made the tackle, he made the interception, he gets the ball back and drills it past Fatos. 1-1, that is great. And I mean brilliant work from the Frenchman there. I tell you, there's certain what you call like underrated superstars in world football. Does that make sense? Like they're world-class players, but they still don't get probably as much love as they deserve. I think Camavinga is up there as one of those players, man. Brilliant, brilliant show of all his talent. And Juve level it, and now can they flip the script and win it? I always thought Rodri was a good example of that. And don't get me wrong, obviously the position he plays means that it is harder to get that kind of like, you know, aura, if you will, about them, but even so. Although to be fair, in the past year or so, he's certainly got a lot more deserved justification and praise from media. Anyway, Juve with a draw, back-to-back draws, and proof right there. Like I said, man, we might still be undefeated at the halfway stage, but we're far from perfect. 2 points taken from 6, starting to slow down a little bit. Yeah, quick look at the table of the official halfway stage, still undefeated, but 2 of those 3 draws coming back-to-back in our last 2 games. Proof right there, we are not perfect and starting to slow down a bit. We do have that double-digit lead still, though. 14 clear of Juve and 15 clear of Atalanta, our closest threats to the title for now. Only 12 goals conceded in 19. Very impressive indeed, and right now the league's top scorers as well. That is why we are in pole position. And as for the other end of the table right now, the bottom 3 currently Hellas Verona, Cagliari and Parma, the same 3 that got promoted last year. And as for the race for the golden boot, well, Alexander Isak currently 2 behind Dusan Vlahovic. We haven't actually had a player win the golden boot yet in the save, but for those that are curious, there it is. Xhaka with 8 in 19. I can't see it. I'd love to do it. I really would. But even, 8 in 19 for a centre-half is a ludicrous ratio. Don't get me wrong. But he's still not even halfway there, to where Vlahovic is right now. Buffon in the race for the assist title, though, is 5 clear of Isak and then Nesri with 12 in 18. As he goes for the assist title, that will be his second of the year if he was to win it. And as for the race to the Golden Glove, Merritt with 5 in 11, and Gash has got 4 in 8. So again, rotating our goalkeepers this year. And imagine, again, another thing I've never done, a Golden Glove 1-2? That is pure Docks history if I could somehow pull it off between Alex and Fatos. Moving on, let's try and return to winning ways here on the back of back-to-back draws. Back in Udine for this one, following game Bologna at home, Forza Udinese. Corner, Udinese, 18 minutes in, and you know who we're looking for, L1R1, L2R2, as his aerial duel is lost, which you very rarely say about Xhaka. And now Bologna are through. Bologna are through. And they're in front. But it's early. It's early. 21 minutes in. Bologna take the lead, coming on the counter from a corner. And for just a second time all season long in the league, Udinese are trailing. But what happened the last time we were against Napoli? We didn't panic. We stayed calm. We found a leveller and we went on to win it. Stay calm. Like I said, man. Like I said in that game. If you've conceded early, don't panic. Don't feel the need to make rash, knee-jerk reactions and decisions and alterations. Just don't panic. Prepare for those situations. And the clock is your friend. Never forget that. Right from kickoff, Udinese back on level terms. And now in front. Come on! It's all about staying calm in the face of adversity. Careful, careful, careful. Oh my goodness gracious me. Defensively, I'll say this. We might need to make some adjustments there because Bologna are carving me open, man. Fabian with the finish. It's 2-2. 4 goals in 37 minutes. There's no doubt about it now. Udinese, they've been hit and teams are starting to realise, oh, these guys might be top and undefeated, but they're nothing special, man. They are nothing special and they are human like the rest of us. Yeah, this is not the same Udinese side we were looking at the start of the season. Giorgi denied, still 2-2. I must say some cracking games today though. Some really fun games to play. Really enjoyable. I say it all the time, a sign of a good game is when you can have fun even when you're not winning. This has been really enjoyable. As Giorgi bravely goes up for the header, stays down though. And that is the negative to the end of the half. We've conceded twice and now Giorgi's got a knock. Looking at that, it might just be a bruise, but it may well be a dislocated shoulder. 1 to 2, I'd say, based on the animation. I'm taking no chances either. I brought him off at the break for Zielinski, who, to be fair, has had an excellent season as a rotational CM. The veteran has been sublime through the middle of the park whenever he's got minutes. And he's played a good through ball to Isak there. I can't get it back to him, but that's all right, because there's Profundi. There's Dawley. And there's Isak off the post, but Barry turns into a rebound. It's lucky, it's fortunate, but how often do we say it? To be successful, you need a helping hand from time to time, and we've definitely got it there. Great reactions from Sasha, to be fair. Great dummy by Isak, shot brilliantly saved by Juve, but there is Sasha to control it, and then the acrobatic finish, putting a bit of style on it when he probably didn't need to. But hey, I approve of the aesthetic. It's 3-2, Udinese back in front. What a game. It's a lovely ball through that though, and oh my word, it's 3-3. 18 to go. Carlson with the finish. It's 3-3. 6 goals in Udine, and yeah, there's no doubt about it now. I mean, listen, we might remain undefeated come the end of the game, but 3 straight draws, 3 points taken for a possible 9, and goodness gracious me, the goals we've conceded, man. Seriously, that's 7 goals conceded in 3 games. That's just not going to cut it. As Constantine, Frank's shot is blocked. We'll get it back. Here's Oscar Dawley. Frank with the 1-2. Alexander Isak. Oh, what a game. 12 to go. It's 4-3. Unbelievable night in Udine. Nico Melamed. Durosinimi. Through the gap. Nico Melamed denied by Fatos. And Pongracic just about prevents the corner. Thank goodness, based on our defending, that would have been an automatic goal. This has been a shocking afternoon for defence. From both teams, really, but it looks as though Udinese are going to come through. Great ball over Sele, Isak, Constantine, Frank off the bench to wrap it up. Not for the first time this season, it's the second time he's done it. I said I like the look of this kid. I've given him some game time, and his second goal for the club, just like his first, a dagger. 5-3, an 8-goal thriller. But Udinese run out winners and return to winning ways, and that is one of the games of the save, let alone the games of the season. But you know what though? Credit Bologna, man. How many times do I say it? I love to see it when like a massive underdog goes away and puts in a really good performance and a really good shift, even if they come up short. You know, on Saturday night I watched the South Sudan versus Team USA basketball preliminary. in London. South Sudan were literally, I think it was, 10 seconds away from an absolutely unbelievable famous win, even if it was an exhibition match, only for LeBron James to do what LeBron James has done throughout his entire career and win the game late. But even so, the plaudits that South Sudan got, they might have lost, but give them some credit, man, and give Bologna some credit too. That was a heck of a fight, but we do just about run out winners. And just before that trip to Palermo in our penultimate game today, actually no, we're going to do 3 more, aren't we? 3 more. We should see the draw for the Coppa Italia. Oh, there it is, Coppa Italia last 32, and funnily enough, it's Cagliari. Last 16, sorry, not last 32, I forgot to get the bye. Last 16 against Cagliari. We face back-to-back then to end today's episode off. Right, cracking on then. Following game, Palermo away, heading into this one in the Isle of Sicily. Again, 15 clear of Atalanta and still undefeated 20 games in, but these past 3 games have shown us that we are far from secure, even though we are still top with a double-digit lead. Yep, starting to shake a little bit. Let's return to stability and get back-to-back wins here against Palermo away. Forza Udinese. I must say, incredibly fun games to play today as well, you know. It's incredible. It's late July, you know, we're coming towards the end of the game's life cycle, and normally for a lot of FIFA years, normally when it comes towards the end, you're a bit like, you know, I'm kind of ready for the next one now. I'm still loving FC 24, man. The game has been so fun for me to play this year, and even though it's been the hardest version of franchise I've ever played, it's wonderful touch and finish. Right on cue, we go a goal down. I haven't won anywhere near as much as I used to, not had anywhere near as much success as other FIFA years. This has been one of my favourites to play because of the challenge, but just in general, the games are really enjoyable too. There's 2 months to go until the new FIFA comes out, new FC comes out. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm still loving FC 24, man. It's still so fun to play for me. Oh, goodness gracious me. This might be 2 here. This might be 2. Palermo struggling in the bottom 3. Looking to go 2-0 up on the undefeated leaders. How about this? But as we come forward on the counter, brilliantly done, brilliantly done. Great hold up by Profundi. Isak all the way, son, all the way. Just smash it in far corner. Thank you. Oh, well. Didn't need to go that close to the crossbar, but it looked cool. Udinese with a leveller, 8 after the restart. And again, not panicking despite going behind. Now let's go and win it. I might have to put my own little spin on the iconic classic Sir Alex Ferguson quote of goals win games, defense wins championship. How about goals win games, resilience wins silverware? Profundi puts it wide. 28 minutes to find a winner. Yep, there is absolutely no doubt about it. Udinese might still be undefeated, but 3 draws in 4. Another slip-up. And yes, we come from behind to avoid that first league loss of the season. But like I said, man, there is such a long way to go. And we keep this sort of form up, and it won't be long before we're caught up. We've got to return to winning ways, man. Seriously, our form right now is really stuttering. Oh, no, no, no. And following the game, well, I've tried all season long, but unfortunately, I did expect this may well happen. Fatos, Gashi, carnage! Boss, I've got to be honest with you. I think me not getting games starting to damage my career. I want to get away and make a fresh start somewhere else. Well, we said it, man. Like, in order for us to take the next step, we had to make an incredibly tough decision. And we saw throughout, this guy is an error-prone goalkeeper. And granted, Merit's not been exactly great since coming in this season, but he is still right now leading the way in the race to Golden Glove. I've tried to split the game time, but Merit has started a few more, in fairness. Fatos Gashi requests a transfer. I'm going to keep him for the rest of the season, and then I'll sell him in the summer. But for now, he'll see out the season, man. I'm not selling him in January. Just had to make an incredibly tough decision, man. And, you know, Fatos, quite frankly, cost me some points last season. You know, he's an error-prone goalkeeper. And, yeah, we'll get some bids for him. We'll get some big bids for the kid as well. He's only 20, don't forget. But, yeah, that's a shame, that. But like I said, it was going to happen. Like, one of our goalkeepers was Arsenal's putting in a 36-year-old KDB. Wouldn't mind that. One of the 2 was probably going to request a transfer at some point. I find it so hard to split game time and keep players happy in one position. as Fulham see him as the replacement for Lance Knight. I just haven't been able to find a way to do that in FC, to keep players happy when they both have crucial... My goodness, guys, can we just calm down a second when they both have... Well, Fatos is important, but even so... an important, at the very least, squad role. Right, following game, Cagliari at home, heading into this one again. We're still top, but the gap's now cut to 12 points by Atalanta. And after a really poor run of form, 3 draws in 4, we could really do with going on a winning run. Let's start here with 2 games remaining, both against Cagliari, with the first in the league and the second in the cup. Let's get the 3 points here in the dress rehearsal for that last 16 clash. Forza Udinese. Like I said before, I find splitting the game time just impossible to do in career mode. Someone's going to complain. One of the 2 players that you're rotating is going to complain at some point. And when that happens, like we said before, it's game over. It is game over when that happens. So it's a shame, but like we said, man, top level football. Top level football. You got to make incredibly tough decisions if you want to be successful. And you got to ask the question: would we be where we are right now, top of the Serie and still undefeated, if it was Fatos between the sticks in all of our games? I'm not sure. As much as I love the gash, I'm not sure personally. Alex Merritt has come in, and let's just be honest, the clean sheets speak for themselves. He's, good save. Top of the clean sheets charts right now. You've got to make tough decisions. You want to be successful, you've got to make incredibly tough and difficult decisions. There's no room for being sentimental. Xhaka heads just wide of the post. She was made all day. Thank you. And Xhaka to Calafiori. Through the gap to Keita. And now Isak. And now Dawley. Go on, off you go. Profundi for the opener. Given space, ain't going to miss. Simone Profundi with the finish. Udinese in front. Come on, let's return to winning ways. Get back-to-back wins. Progress to the quarterfinals of the Cup. And a big win in the league as well. That's how I want to end today's episode, man. Come on. Oh, back-to-back clean sheets as well. I haven't had one in ages. Prati to Giorgi. Through the gap to Profundi. Now Festi and Isak. And Gashi continues his run. Really well done. Given space and drills in the second. And whilst his bro is likely to leave in the summer, this guy will stay forever. Giorgi Gashi with the second. Don't throw away the clean sheet. Don't throw away the clean sheet now. Merritt with the save. And turn behind for a corner. He wants it. He wants to show that I've made the right decision in going with the senior over the youngster. And a good stop there ensures that he's probably going to get another clean sheet in his hunt for that golden glove. And if we take his throw quickly here, Cagliari caught napping. And Isak says, all right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Can I chip it in? Oh, yeah. Lovely stuff. Clean sheet for Merritt on one end, goal for Isak on the other. One chases the golden glove, one chases the golden boot, and Udinese get back on track in their pursuit of an undefeated Serie A championship as well. To do that, we needed to make a tough decision. That was sacrificing Fatos, but I think it's safe to say made the right decision, albeit reluctantly. 3-0 win. Let's do one more, and we'll end on that cup game against Cagliari at home once again. Oh man, and these bids, honestly, they are not going to stop. But you don't petition for EA to allow you to try and talk players around. I'm not saying you do it successfully every time, but come on, give me a chance. Do you know what I mean? Give me a chance. Right, yeah, final game, Cagliari at home once again, but this time in the cup. Just beat them 3-0 in the league. Now let's do the same in the last 16 of Coppa Italia and get through to the quarterfinals for the second year in a row. Forza Udinese. It's a lovely ball through that. Koglu dispossessed by you-know-who. Only for him to be dispossessed himself. Trying to play out from the back. And this might be 1-0. And it will be from the pen. Dived in with Prass. It's a booking. Merritt made the save, but I've just given away a silly penalty. And Cagliari having the chance from 12 yards to go out of one of those. And how often do I say it, man? You're trying to block the shot, and in the end, it's the follow through that catches the man. But it is the right decision regardless. I've got no complaints. Penalty for Cagliari. Chance to go in front. You know me, man. I don't save penalties. This should be 1-0, and it is indeed. Merritt sent the wrong way. Cagliari in front, and once again, having to come from behind. What is this, the third game in 4 where we've been trailing? Come on. That's just not going to cut it. You want to be champions? You want to end that wait for silverware? Good save, Merritt. You can't be starting games like this consistently, man. You got to do better. Gotta do better. Okay, fair enough. Like I said, you've got plenty of time, but at some point... Oh, the post is rattled. How often have I said it? At some point, your luck's going to run out. Post rattled. Merritt with another big save. And had it not been for our number 97, we'd be at least 2 goals down here. Alex Merritt keeping us in the game. As Prass sends through Festi. And Lorenzo Luca fires in the leveller. Bailed out on one end by the woodwork of Merritt. And bailed out on the other by the Italian Peter Crouch. Udinese level it. So second half underway. And again, Udinese might be level, but really it's only because of Alex Merritt. Our senior goalkeeper has bailed me out on one end, and on the other, I've been bailed out by Lorenzo Luca. Double L puts us in front, and once again, we will say it. When you go a goal down early in the first half, you've got plenty of time and the clock is your friend, man. Once more, we are proving that it's all about resilience. I'm going to try and coin that new phrase. Yeah, goals win your games. Resilience wins your silverware. Udinese in front. Press to Sasha, 20 on the clock. As it seems that Udinese, once again, are going to come from behind to remain undefeated domestically this season and progress through to the Coppa Italia quarterfinals. Once more, not at our best. Once more, being behind. Once more. Oh, what a ball. Still getting the job done. Zielinski wraps it. Game over. And it's the seniors that are proving there's life in those old bones yet. Merritt on one end, Zielinski on another. Udinese are going through to the quarters. Brilliant games today, though. Absolutely fantastic contest. So fun to play. And the victory sends us into the quarterfinals for, again, the second year in a row. We still haven't reached the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia yet. We've not even got close to silverware in the save so far. But this year, we've definitely got a golden chance at least domestically. So we'll end on this. To draw for the quarterfinal, we'll see who we've got. And I believe that will come in the next episode. And we'll have the first leg of our Champions League last 16 against Dortmund, and it's going to... Oops, the wrong one. It's going to be in the quarters. Oh, not these guys! Are you joking? Third year in a row, we've got Juve in the cup. We can't avoid them. Absolutely ridiculous. Juventus in the Coppa Italia quarterfinals. Not round 1, round 2, but round 3. Bring on the old lady for the third year in a row. But that'll do it, guys. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode. We'll have that cup quarterfinal against Juve. This is ridiculous, man. We just can't avoid them. More big games in the Serie A, aiming to stay top of the table and undefeated with 16 games to go. And the title within our grasp, but needing to be in better form to make sure we continue to run away. And again, I'll try and squeeze in the first leg of the Champions League last 16 against Dortmund. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. This is ridiculous. This is definitely fixing the draw. How are we always getting drawn against Juve?